Hey, what's up? Welcome to the channel. Today, just wanted to take a moment. I figured I'd just turn the camera on and talk. Normally, I don't do a ton of this on my channel, but I had a friend to encourage me to do this more, and so I'm gonna do it. I'm in the middle of starting a project. Actually, I'm about to go on my anniversary trip tomorrow, so I'm excited. But I'm trying to work out some details on a project. And I don't know if you've ever been intimidated about a project, but this one's like, the more that I start thinking about it, the more it intimidates me, and I'm just wondering, like, what did I get myself into? I don't know if you've ever been in that spot. Like, you start to kind of, like, your throat gets a little tight. You're like, I don't know if I can pull this off. I committed to it. Someone paid me a hefty deposit, a good amount of money, and this is an expensive table, and I'm like, holy cow, can I deliver on what I said I could do? And can I do that? Or are they going to have buyer's remorse? I walk through that often in this craft and trying to pursue excellence and grow my skill in what I'm doing. And I'm in this moment, literally, as I'm talking to you, feeling that as I'm looking at this project. Can I do it? Did I get in over my head? Am I an idiot? Like, all these different things. But the thing that I've learned is, it's in these moments you just kind of slow down, you take a deep breath, I say a prayer, and then I just say, all right, hey, this is actually really good for me. I don't want to run from difficult things. I don't want to run from projects that scare me. I don't want to run from projects that intimidate me. The thing that I've actually found is, the more challenging a project and the more that I have this like anxiousness about it, actually the better it is for me, because it really challenges me to hone in, to get laser focused on what I've got to do and to attempt to pull it off. And in the past, that's where I've kind of grown and made jumps in my skills, as well as like pulled off some projects that I did not really think that I could do, but it was because of, instead of being afraid and letting that fear intimidate me from trying something new or the potential of failure, no, you just lean in and you go towards it. And here's the reality. As I take on this project, there are going to be some things that fail. I'm not stupid. Like, I know that. I'm going to take extra caution to practice certain things, which might extend out this thing being longer to where you would think, man, you're going to make a hefty profit all this. But in reality, the time that it took to make it really doesn't justify it with like running a business and this being your full-time gig. It sounds like, man, that's lucrative, but it's really not, because of the amount of time it goes into it. But I think that I've learned as a maker, it's like, that's the only way I'm going to get better, is I lean into it, and however long it takes, and if I have failure, if I have mess up, I can't let that intimidate me, but I just lean into it and do it, and however long it takes, and whatever other things I've got to embrace, you just do that. But I've found on the other side of that is where there's been massive amounts of growth and deep satisfaction, because I attempted it. And so I would just encourage you, like, if you want to continue to get better, you have to push yourself into some skills and some stuff that intimidates you a little bit, that you walk a really fine razor's edge of, it could be successful or it could be a failure. But I found the moment I get on that razor's edge, there's a honing and a focus in me that gives me confidence to step forward. And then as you accomplish certain things, you gain more confidence in your skill and in your ability to take on more difficult things, which just continues to push you to be a better craftsperson in whatever that is, whether it's leatherworking, woodworking, any of those things. But you could also apply that to being a parent, to being a husband. Fear of failure keeps so many people back from attempting something. And I've learned from stepping out and leaving a secure job to start this business, to do a lot of different things, that it's okay to feel fear, but I can't be controlled by it, and I'm not going to live fearful. I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to step out into some unknown. I'm going to attempt stuff, and when I fail, instead of letting it defeat me and taking it on as an identity, is like, oh, I suck, I'm not as good as this person. Like, no, I'm going to fail forward, learn from it, and keep pushing myself. And it's in those moments you take minor steps, and there's you come to a point where you realize, man, there's some deep satisfaction in the growth, because I'm able to look back and say, man, look what I've accomplished, or look what I've done that I couldn't have done 5 years ago, or 2 years ago, or a year ago, or I didn't think I could do a month ago. But because I didn't let that fear and anxiety keep me from stepping into it, or failure keep me from stepping into it, is where I'm on the other side of that now. And so I've just had to remind myself of that as I'm intimidated by this project. It could cost me a little bit more than I thought if I mess up, but you know what? I'm going to lean into it, and maybe you need to lean into whatever that is today, is lean into it. Don't be afraid of it. It's not the end of the world. Like, it's just not. But your fear of failure is hindering you from reaching the other side of growth and continuing to get better and better incrementally every single day in your craft. So, hey, don't be afraid of failure. Embrace it, and learn to walk that fine line. And it's actually that fine line can really pull something out of you didn't know it was in you, and do some things that you never thought you could do. So yeah, get after it today and do that. Get out there, keep woodworking, keep sawmilling, and keep chasing your dreams.